Welcome everybody to Full Throttle Vision with Tony and Jersky. It is our second episode film. And Jersky, good morning. How's it going in Toledo, Ohio?
-11. That's how it's going in Toledo.
You look chilly. You got your beanie on. You got your long sleeve. I know it's chilly here in Florida, but our chilly's different than your chilly. We're about 50s, but we're used to 90s. So we don't jump on these bikes when it gets this cold. And if you do, you got 18 layers on. So. Today, we are talking with Lee and Kurt from WCFR. That stands for West Coast Florida Riders. Also, if you're listening to us on the podcast, make sure you go to Florida Full Throttle or our YouTube page and look it up so you can hear and see the show. That's a video podcast. So we're going to put these up as a regular podcast and a video podcast. If you're listening to us on our podcast, again, make sure you go to Florida Full Throttle to watch the live and see Lee and all the pictures we're going to be talking about. But I know Lee's there. Let's bring him in and say hello to our first guest with WCFR, Lee Haygood. Lee, what's going on, man?
How you guys doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for everything coming on. And I love the Bucks shirt, number 1. Go Bucks. We got to get that out there first.
Yeah, we got some lion tamers on our team. It's going to take care of business this coming weekend.
Up to Detroit. I people had the Bucks pick for 4 games to win in the beginning of the year, and we ended up winning a Southeast Division, and now we're in the second round of playoffs. I think it's great. But we're here to talk about WCFR, West Coast Florida Riders. You guys have how many people? Number one, I know we're talking to you, and we're going to bring in Kurt when he gets in. How many of you guys actually kind of manage the group?
We've got 8 guys that help manage the page, help manage their respective areas, organize rides for their areas, and just really take care of a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that most people have no idea that's happening.
It's a lot too. You guys have a lot going on. Tell us what from the beginning. What is WCFR? Where did it start? How did it get to where it's at, and where are you at now with the amount of people in your Facebook group? Because it's immense. This is a great story.
It really is. It's morphed into something beyond what we could ever possibly imagine. It started with a couple guys sitting around in a garage going, "Hey, we need to find some people to ride with. How about we start a Facebook page just for local riders?" So I can remember, and this was 2000, then summer 2018. I remember, we got to like 20 people in the group, and I was like on the Facebook page, and I was like, I can't believe we got 20 people, and then it went to 100, and 200 blew my mind. I was like, I can't believe there's 200 people in this area that want to join a Facebook group just to find people to ride with. And from there, everything it just spider webbed, and it grew into something that now, from our first bike night that we ever had at the Angry Rooster, you remember those days, to now
Good times, man. I've been with you guys from the get-go.
Yep. So now we just do everything. Now we boast over 9,000 members up and down the west coast of Florida. We cater to the biking community. We have 3 different bike nights every month. We do a ride every month to a Florida destination, or maybe sometimes an overnighter. And we do a big getaway every summer where we go out of state for 5 to 6 days. And then we do a lot of, and that's usually an event that we use to raise money for a specific charity. So we do a lot of charity work as well. So we got a lot of irons in the fire. We got a lot of things going on.
Jeremy, you've been checking them out, and what's Toledo look like when it comes to groups like West Coast Florida Riders? Do they have groups like that up there?
Well, we only got a few months to ride. You guys got the whole season to ride. You guys got the whole, 24/7, 7 days a week, all around the globe to ride. We're done right now. Like I mentioned earlier, it's -11 right now. So there's some snowmobiles ripping ass up and down the street right now. If you can hear them in the background, a couple 2-strokers ripping it. But yeah, we don't have nothing like that up here, man. We don't got no big groups that get together and ride. There's a couple, local bike nights that we got. A couple hundred people show up and stuff like that throughout the summer. But yeah, we don't have nothing like that. It's got to be pretty outstanding, man. It's a lot of people. Like you said, it's probably going to keep growing too. It started off little and got real big. It's just going to keep going and going.
It's
That's
and it's
cool,
a
man.
tight
That's real.
group. Now, Lee, let's face it, you are the face of the group. I know I'm sure people are either upset or happy about that, but you've been the face of the group since I've known. I mean,
Right.
heck, you get the nickname Hollywood, right? I mean, it kind of sticks with you.
It does.
You know, and John, while we're talking, you can bring up some of these pictures of the group because you guys do so much, and it's like everybody is buying swag too. Everybody wears WCFR stuff. Like I can't go to a bike event anymore without seeing somebody rocking a WCFR shirt or, look at that. That was the Fran's food drive right there. You guys showed up and brought stuff, tons of stuff. I mean, um, we could talk about let's give you guys a plug. There's the group. I don't know how many of the main group that is. Who's there?
That's going to be all of us except Chris
Oh,
McClure.
Kurt.
Yeah, and no Kurt in that picture.
Those are your trophies you guys do for which are crazy. I don't even know how people get those home without ruining their bike, but those are
Well,
pretty
most of
awesome.
them don't. They have to leave them at the bar until they can come back and get them in their vehicle. Yeah.
This was from your recent ride where you guys had. Now, did you guys get in trouble for blocking intersections? You guys had 200 bikes and you blocked intersections. Did the cops give you a
We
hard
did.
time at all, or were you okay with that?
We had a little bit of an incident. It really wasn't an incident, but yeah, we had a team of 20 blockers that was blocking the major intersections between Peggy's Corral and Gibsonton Bike Fest. So this was our team of blockers that we were having a meeting before the ride. Um, so we had 2 or 3 blockers assigned to every major intersection between those 2 points of location. And at one of the traffic lights, we did have an officer roll up and just tell the guys that they can't block there. So they moved on. So nobody had trouble or anything like that. They just
That's good.
made them move out of the intersection. So it was good. And I'll tell you, for 149 bikes, our blockers did an amazing job. They kept the group together the entire ride. We never got split up. So it was really a fantastic ride.